Good morning, guys. I am making a yummy breakfast casserole this morning. And it is something that I usually make when my kids come to visit for the holidays because it makes a big 9 by 13 casserole dish. It is delicious. Everybody loves it, even the kids. And so I wanted you guys to have it because Thanksgiving is coming up and you may have family coming in, and it's something that you could do and feed a lot of people. So first things first, it is called Biscuit Breakfast Casserole. It is biscuits and gravy and sausage and eggs and cheese all in one. It may sound nasty, but it is delicious. First thing we have to do is get our oven preheated to 350 Fahrenheit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and start cooking up some sausage. We need 1 pound of sausage, breakfast sausage. So I'm using my blue and gold, which I don't know if you can get it anywhere else, but those kids sell it like crazy for fundraiser here in Oklahoma, and it is so good. So we're going to use 1 pound of it today and get it all cooked up. If I can get it apart over here, I may need my scissors. Let go. There we go. Okay. Let's get it squeezed out of here. This is something that I'm not even sure where I saw this recipe the first time, but I saw it about 4 or 5 years ago, and I tried it, and oh my goodness, we all fell in love. So, gonna use my handy dandy meat chopper upper thingy. This thing is great. So I'm gonna get that going, let it get all ground up. And I went to get all of my ingredients out a second ago and noticed that I was pretty much out of shredded cheese. So it is time to shred some cheese, and I'm going to walk you guys through that, how I do that. Not like nobody would know how to do it, but it's something that you need to start doing, not only to save money, but shredded cheese, it has a bunch of other stuff in it. Read the ingredients one day. They have to put fillers in there. They have to put this other stuff it's for non-caking so that it doesn't all clump together. Mine kind of clumps a tiny, tiny bit when I get it in the freezer, but once it gets thawed out, it's not a big deal. It really isn't. So it's much healthier. So I'm going to get y'all moved over to my island. Hang on. Okay. See? Hardly any left, and I need 2 cups for this recipe. So I buy my cheese in the 2-pound blocks, and this is sharp cheddar. I love the flavor of sharp cheddar. It's what my grandmother always got, and we would eat it with cheese and crackers, just a slice of cheese on some crackers. She made the best grilled cheese sandwiches. So I love cheddar cheese. My very, very favorite. And I like it sharp. Not even just the mild. I'm not real keen on the extra sharp, but it's very good. So I'm doing this in my food processor. It has a fine shred attachment on it. So that's what I use to shred my cheese. And I have to cut it up into these little blocks like this so that they will fit down in here. So I have got this already going. I think I'll do 1 or 2, probably just 1 because it's probably going to get loud. I just drop it in there. Just like that. Easy peasy. So I won't put y'all through that. I'm going to do all of this cheese and then I'll show you how I bag it up. Okay, got all that cheese all shredded up. So, first thing you do is unplug your food processor. That could be quite dangerous if you were to get your fingers in there and it accidentally got started somehow. That would be bad, bad news. So, get this off here. I probably should have emptied it once because I think some of them got kind of chunked up in there. But I need 2 cups for this recipe, so I'm going to go ahead and get the 2 cups out. And it did get all clumpy, but who cares? It's going to all go in the same spot anyway. 2 cups for this recipe. Maybe it'll be easier if I take this off. I just don't want everything falling down in that hole because it always seems to. Does it do that to y'all? The little hole in the middle? I don't know how I do it, but I do. Yeah, I should have. I completely forgot that I needed to empty it about halfway through. But that's okay. That's about 2 cups of cheese right there. We'll set that back. And then if you guys don't have these yet, you need to get some. I think they come 2 to a pack. And they hold your baggies. They're like if you're doing meal prep. I use them all the time for canning and for things like this. For leftovers, they expand depending on how big your bag is and hold it open for you. Isn't that awesome? I just love it. So you just fill up the bags, however much you want to keep in a bag. We go through quite a bit, so I do mine in quart size because I can go through a quart size before they start going moldy or anything. So this will give me, normally I'll get about 3 of these quart size bags out of it. I don't like to fill them too awful full, but I just do this and I stick them in my freezer. Right now, one of them's going in my refrigerator though because I'm going to need it. So I'm going to do that real quick and then I'll get right back with you. Sounds like that sausage is cooking too. I need to go stir it. I was just going to let you guys know I found these on Amazon. So if you can't find them, comment and let me know that you can't find them and I'll find my link and send it to you. They weren't very expensive at all. Super cheap. Okay, first thing we are going to do, you're going to need a 9 by 13 casserole dish. And mine is, it's pretty deep. But mine is a stoneware, so I don't have to spray it. But if you don't have a stoneware, you will need to spray your dish, like glass or metal. Got a chicken that's out. She's not supposed to be out. Anyway, so you need to spray your dish if it's not stoneware, but it's 9 by 13. You are going to need a jumbo biscuit, any brand, whatever. I just use the cheapest I can find because it's just going in a casserole. But you want the buttermilk or big fluffy. You do not want the flaky kind. So this has 8 biscuits in it. And you are going to take those out. And we're going to cut them up. Whew, scares me every time. A lot of times I have to bang it on the corner for it to do that. But no. Had to be this time. Scare me to death. You're going to do a still shot of that, aren't you? I can see it now. Okay, so you just take these biscuits and we're going to cut them up. And we want to do them in 8s. So they'll be in little bite-sized pieces. So you're going to do that. And then you're just going to put them in the bottom of this dish. Line them in that bottom. Try to spread them out as much as possible so they're not all clumped up on one end or anything. Just, I do a 1 cut, and I do 2 at a time. It makes it a little easier. And if you don't wait, do it when they first come out of the fridge because they're a lot easier to work with. Mine have been sitting out for a second and they already start getting kind of gummy. But I cut them one way, then in a half, and then I do just the pie shape like that. See if y'all can see that. See how I did that? And then I just separate the two and lay them down in this dish. So I'm going to just keep doing that. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do this. So I'll be back in a second. Alrighty, I got them all cut up and put down in the bottom of my casserole dish. So next thing we need to do, I'm looking at my recipe so I'll make sure I don't forget anything. Next we're going to spread all of that cooked sausage over the top. So I'll get you brought over here real quick. Okay, our sausage is good cooked. I don't want to get all of that grease in there, so I'm just going to grab it off the top. And you want to layer it over the top of your biscuits. Now, I only used 1 pound. If you want to use more sausage, you are welcome to it. I would much rather have sausage than bacon. I love the way it smells cooking in the morning, even more than bacon. I know a bunch of you would much rather have bacon, because I see the memes. I do. I see all those memes going around about bacon this and bacon that. But I like the smell of sausage. Breakfast sausage. Okay, so once you get that on there, you get all my ingredients brought over here to this other side. Okay, next thing we are going to do is sprinkle our cheese over the top of this sausage. So, just get it and spread it all over here. And this is a lot of cheese for this, but I like cheese. It really isn't. Once you get it all spread out, it isn't that much. But losing it out the side. Y'all know I'm going to make a mess. I always make a mess. My biggest thing whenever I get done, I have to clean up my kitchen because I made such a huge mess. I really should have emptied my bowl when I was making that cheese. I got it really clumpy in some places. But you know what? It's going to melt. So it don't even matter. Alrighty. Then, let's see what we have next. I don't make this very often because it makes such a big old thing of it. I usually only do it when the family comes. So now what we need to do is whisk together 6 eggs, 6 large eggs, with a half a cup of milk. So I have already cracked my eggs. They were some beautiful green eggs from my pretty chickens out there. And I've already got my milk here. Let me get my whisk. Yes, I did. So I am just going to, I'm going to whisk up the eggs first. So I make sure they're all good and done. You'll see everything I'm doing? Okay. And then I'll pour the half a cup of milk in there. We also need a pinch of salt and a pinch of black pepper. And get that all whisked together. And then we are going to pour this over the top of all of this. Try to get it pretty even. My milk had some cream in it. I bought the kind that has the cream on top at my Happy Heart Homestead. And it still had some of the cream in it. Yum. Alrighty. Now, you are going to take a package of country sausage flavor gravy mix and put that into 2 cups of water. I'm going to need my skizzers. Had a little notch, but it's childproof. I can't get into it. Probably should have gotten a bigger container to put that in. But oh well. You just need to whisk that up together. Try to get as much of that powder mixed in as you can. Alright, I think I got it pretty good. Now, we are going to pour this over the top of all of that. See why you need a pretty deep dish? Because it's going to fill it up pretty good. And those biscuits in there are going to rise as well. They're going to cook up and rise, and the eggs. So, that's it. Then we're going to put it in the oven. I'm going to cover it. Hang on, I almost forgot. I do need to cover it with some foil. Get him out of the way. I don't have a lot of space. I've got a candle over here that it wouldn't even light anymore, so I'm having to get it hot so I can get the rest of that wax out there, and then I'll just put it in my little Scentsy burner. Alrighty, got it covered up, and I'm going to put this in the oven, and it needs to bake for between 45 and 55 minutes. And you guys, this is something that you can make it ahead of time the night before. Put it in the refrigerator and then just stick it in the oven the next morning. I would kind of let it sit out a little bit before you stick it in there, just to be sure you don't crack your dish. But that is it. So as soon as it's done, I'll get back with y'all. I was just going to show y'all what I was talking about. I have this candle that I got. I think, no, I don't even know. I think this one came from Bed Bath & Beyond. But it just would not go anymore. So, I am going to pour it on this plate. And then when it cools, I can just pick it up and break it into pieces. Okay. I looked at it at 45 minutes and it still needed to go for about 5. So I think we should be done. It smells so good. And I don't have any company, so I have a whole bunch of this. Got a little bit stuck to my foil here. Whew. See how much that cooked up? It went up so high that it touched my foil. But, let me get y'all down where y'all can see that. Try not to make you dizzy or nothing. Can y'all hear it sizzling at all? turn off this oven. And you have to let it sit for a little bit because it is all ooey gooey right now with all that cheese and gravy in there. So I'm going to let it sit for at least 10 minutes before I come back and, uh-oh, my vacuum started. I'm going to get this all cooled off for about 10 minutes and then I'll come back and we'll taste test it, okay? It's been 10 minutes. I can't hardly wait. This is going to be my lunch today. So I am just going to cut into this. I'm going to get y'all down in here. Let's see. Pardon me just a second. I just want y'all to be able to see this as much as possible. Well, hang on just a sec. There we go. That's a little better. It smells delicious. It is delicious, y'all. This is just so good. And it's so filling. All of those biscuits with all those eggs and the gravy. Y'all see that? Let me turn it around this way. Can y'all see that? That is so delicious, y'all. I guess y'all can see that steam too. If you can't, just know it is extremely hot. So, let me get me a fork. All right, I'm going to move y'all back up here. There we go. Can't wait. I'm going to have to blow it a lot because it's so hot. But it's cheesy and it has the eggs. They're like scrambled eggs in there. The biscuits and gravy and sausage. I'm afraid I'm going to burn my mouth. Even though it's been 10 minutes. It's a little hot in the middle. Yeah, this is delicious. I think that if your family loves sausage, if they love sausage and biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, they're going to love it. And like I said, make it the night before. That way when you get up the next morning and you're in the middle of trying to get mashed potatoes going and sweet potatoes going and the rolls and finishing up the turkey and doing all of that stuff, you'll have this already in the refrigerator that night. Just take it out, pop it in the oven, and then everybody's got a great hot breakfast. And it feeds a lot of people. If I was to get this size, and I did a big size, I did bigger than the width of this spatula. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 huge servings of this. And a lot of people wouldn't even eat this much. But I'm hungry. So, y'all go make you some. I left mine in there for 50 minutes. Every oven is different. So, 45 to 55, just depending on how your oven cooks. And let me show you what you're looking for whenever it's ready. It's going to be covered, so you have to take that full off. But look down here. And you see how these edges start getting a little brown? And they'll start kind of pulling away from the edge a little bit. That's what you want. The more that is done on the outside, the more it's going to get done on the inside. But that's it for today. I'm going to try to do some canning this afternoon. I still have those crowder peas I need to get put up. So, I'm probably going to do those a little bit later, but y'all go and make you some of this. I think your family's going to love it. Let me know what y'all think, and y'all have a great day. Bye.